Hello everyone, this is my review of the Frederique Slimline reference FC-245S4S6. Before we get on with the review, I just want to let you know that this is the first time that I'm making a review video, so I'm aware that there are still some things in the video editing and review process that I'll need to work on, but please bear with me for now. So back to the watch itself. Going through the basic specifications, this watch has a 37mm stainless steel case, a stated case thickness of about 5mm, although my own measurements put it somewhere in between 5mm and 6mm, with it leaning closer to the 6mm mark. That said, it is an undeniably thin watch, and we're really just splitting hairs at this point. The lug width is about 20mm, allowing for easy strap changes, and the lug to lug is about 41mm from my measurements. Bearing in mind that I have a cheap vernier caliper and pretty terrible eyesight, so you might need to give some allowances to those measurements. The watch has a flat sapphire crystal, although I've not tested it, nor do I have any tools to test it at the moment, so we'll have to take the manufacturer's word for it. It has a quartz movement, which from what I could get online is the Frederique Calibre FC-245. I don't know much about watch movements, all I can say is that it ticks and it has 25 months of battery life. But I guess only time will tell whether that's true. It has a solid caseback with the Frederique logo and name engraved on it, along with the word beneath. It also has 3 ATMs or 30 meters of water resistance, which I understand to mean that it will survive splashes, but you might not want to shower with it. That said, I don't think many people shower with their dress watches anyway. In terms of complications, it has a small seconds complication and a date complication that is housed in a neatly bordered date window. The watch comes with what is stated to be a crocodile calf leather strap, which I'm assuming from its name means it's a calf leather strap that's been made to look like crocodile skin. The buckle of the strap also has a Frederique logo engraved or laser etched into it, which is quite cool looking. Now moving on to the dial itself, it is a silver white dial with applied hour markers at the 3, 6, 9 and 12 hour marks, and black printed markers for the remaining hours. The 3 o'clock hour marker has been neatly cut off and joins with the date window, which has a metal border with it. I'm a big fan of bordered date windows, so this is a nice touch to me. Okay, so now we have the specifications out of the way, let's get on with my opinion of this piece. For context, about this watch is I was looking for a white dial dress watch for my daily wear. I don't wear formal wear on a day-to-day basis, especially now that I'm working from home, but I've always liked wearing a simple white dial dress watch. And this was meant to replace an old Silvery Titus dress watch that I've had for the longest time. If I'm completely honest, I've actually bought this watch as an interim piece while I saved up for a more expensive watch that I've been eyeing. I usually prefer automatic or manual winding watches, but since this was supposed to be an interim piece, I figured I wouldn't really mind that it was a quartz movement. That said, when I first got it, it did feel lifeless because it was not a mechanical movement. It's hard to explain, but it felt cold, almost like a machine, which I guess it is. I think to me, when a watch has a mechanical movement, there is a transfer of energy from the person wearing it onto the watch itself, almost as though the person is transferring part of their life energy into the watch. That said, the thinness of the watch really makes up for it in my opinion. And because it has a small seconds complication instead of a normal size seconds hand, combined with my terrible eyesight, I don't notice it ticking much if at all, unless I'm just staring at it. My only issue with this watch is the leather strap. It's stiff and not the most comfortable. Due to its stiffness, the watch doesn't sit flush on the wrist, which kind of defeats the purpose of having such a thin watch. Luckily, I have a black single-pass elastic native strap that I got from Vario, which really did the trick. Some of these videos will show the watch on the native strap, which is how I've been wearing the watch. The strap allows the watch to sit perfectly flush against the wrist and gives it a slightly more casual look and makes it work even better as a daily wear. There's a similar model of this watch that has an automatic movement, but I believe it has a 39mm case size. I was looking for something smaller as an under-the-radar dress piece. 39mm would probably be my limit for a dress watch, but this one won me over because of its smaller diameter, thinness, and the fact that I managed to get it on Chrono 24 brand new for way less than half the price of the automatic version. I think Frederique makes excellent looking timepieces at the price range that they're working in, although I must say the case shapes of some of their automatic pieces don't really work that well. They tend to have that bowl shape that makes them look thicker than they really are. I've just tried on the Frederique Slimline reference FC-245S4S6, which has an automatic movement and a date wheel at 6 o'clock, and it's supposed to be 10mm in thickness. However, it wears a lot thicker than my 39mm Oyster Perpetual, which is closer to 11mm, which is kind of a shame because I really like the dial layout of that piece. So is this watch worth getting? Well, if you're looking for Swiss-made timepieces that look more expensive than they are, I think Frederique watches are a good bet. I know they get some flack from some people because they try to mimic more expensive brands like Patek, but I don't really think that they're competing with those brands. So I think for the price range that they're in, they are worth considering. Okay, I think let's wrap up the review. I hope you found this review at least a little helpful. I'm still working on an intro video and logo, but I'm not really sure when that'll happen. But I'm hoping to make more review videos of my watches to help people who are looking to buy those same watches, or at least give them one more additional video that they can look at while deciding. Thank you for watching. Please consider liking and subscribing. Much appreciated.